later
No,
on.
no, 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 no. Now we are getting into another
If
big area. So
if
it is so
if
critical
really
what you are saying. These are
this
very
is
important
something,
points.
yes, this is very very important, that the doctor when giving the telemedicine or tele opinion should have all the records saved with him. He should have
Correct.
all the records saved with him to the effect of that tomorrow, in case there is something which is put against him, he can say that I was given only this slide, I was given only this report, I was shown only these records, and then accordingly my opinion was there. As Dr.
Fantastic.
Gulati
So
was saying, that the reports which are being shown to the doctor of a person are should be the same as such which are at the time when the opinion was put over before the court of law and challenged the doctor's opinion. At that time he should have his records available with him.
So what
If
you're saying is that
uh,
when you are using telemedicine, please go ahead and use it, but ensure that the platform that you use or the method that you use ensures that you have a record of what you said and why you
certainly,
said it. So without, so in fact, from a physical concern and a telemedicine concern, the difference is the importance of record keeping. Is that correct? You are even
because
you have to be even more careful about ensuring that the records are maintained by you.
see, Dr.
It's the
Shinai, that had been there in your in
it's
the
always
IMC
been.
rules. That had been there in the earlier also. A doctor is supposed to keep the records,
Right.
and if called for, has to produce the same within 72 hours.
Oh, so he has to be make it possible within 3 days.
Within 3 days, he has to make it available. And that
Oh,
is why, with the latest amendment in the notifications, it has been put down that all the doctors should try to make it digitalized. That has
oh.
also come down because this
So
is the need of the hour.
so then, Mr. Bhola,
Hmm.
if people are busy giving consults on telephones and on WhatsApps and on Facebook and on Skype, how do they ensure that the records are maintained? And do you think that they should continue to do this?
This is the most important thing of the present today's talk. Reason being, because if you don't keep, these platforms are not going to save records for you, for sure. So you cannot say I gave this particular opinion. No, this is not the opinion which has been sought for, and you cannot go for Skype or the other platform message to please give me back my opinion for the reports which are placed over to me. So on these paths, giving telemedicine or giving telereporting or giving any of such delicate opinions as such is certainly not advisable.
So very interesting. So one thing
Even
is,
today.
please use the platform, please choose the platform wisely, ensure that the records are available to you. The law demands that they should be made available to a court within 72 hours. Yes, Dr. Ravindra.
That's the paramount.
Yeah, can I just come in on,
Yes,
even though
please
I
go
am
ahead.
not a
Yes,
medical,
certainly.
even though I am not a medical legal expert, with my limited knowledge, I can very authentically say that even though these are guidelines, these are an extension added to the 2002 Code of Ethics, which all RMPs are supposed to follow. A code is for professionals, and once if they are added to our code, we are supposed to follow it. This code of on telemedicine practically is will become the law of the land. That is point number one. I entirely agree that we need to have lot of medico legal safeguards while giving teleconsultation, for which we need dedicated platforms which are available in other developed countries, who not only keep the record, procure the consent, have their software built in, where this particular problem of keeping the records, taking, obtaining consent, everything is taken care of. You just can't use open-ended platforms like what we are using now, Zoom or Skype or WhatsApp, and
True.
that can be used. No, sorry. And my again two small objections to the MCI guidelines remain. The please reread it, section 1.3.3, where it says it is compulsory for all registered medical practitioners to undergo online
Okay.
training course before you can use it. And second objection remains that it doesn't give any specifications or any broad framework how this particular
Sir,
online telemedicine platforms will be. So
sir,
the result is now that so many fly-by-night operators taking advantage of this COVID are coming and trying to say that we are the best and trying to, I mean, I should not use word, but duping the gullible physicians. They should be well aware that what is permitted, what is not permitted, what is legally sound. Everybody should be very clear on that. Thank you.
thank you, sir. Thank you for bringing that point. So again, what is being said is
This is like Dr. Rai.
NCI guidelines are guidelines. They're still, I just finished this. They're
What
still WIP, which means
what
work
Dr.
in progress.
Ravindra has said, it's the same thing as said. This is on the professional conduct, etiquette, and ethics regulation of 2002 only. And that is in terms of your exercise of section 20A as well as review section 33 M of IMC Act. But if you just what Dr. Ravindra has said, of course, the same. It is chapter 1.3.1, which talks about the standard pro forma for maintenance of medical records, as well as 1.3.4, which talks about effort shall be made to computerize medical records for retrieval. These are the ones as such which are there. But again, these are only the guidelines.
So let me sum up what Dr. Ravindra said and what Dr. Achal said and what Dr.
I'll
said.
just step in for a minute, Dr. Shinoy.
Yeah, I'm just summing it up and moving up. We are actually
Just-
inundated by questions. I have
just give me a second.
100 questions now.
Just give me a second. It just says that till such time that that course is developed or you clear that test, the current guideline will be valid till such time in the intervening period. So
Correct.
that
Thank you.
just takes care of that.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
sir, sorry.
What,
I have these
Dr.
guidelines
Dr.
in-
Ravindra, we will move on. I have 100 questions more. What I understand today is that what I understood from Dr. Praveen and what you're saying is very valid, that NCI guidelines are still work in progress. They are continuing to move, and probably in the next 10-15 days, you will get better and better clarity on what it is. Regarding the training program that is still being made, let me explain that to you. And I think in a few days, they will get some clarity there. Let me assure you of that. Now, coming back to what Mr. Bola said and what Dr. Ravindra said, which was so critical. What Mr. Bola said was, look, the law of the land has not changed. Please do use telemedicine, but use it carefully. And what Dr. Ravindra said was very practical. He said, do not get duped by fly-by-night operators. Ensure that you choose a platform which will ensure that the consent is given, record is maintained, everything is done properly legally. Do not choose unwisely. And I think that is the purpose of this program, which is they're coming in. Yes, we are ready to do telemedicine. Yes, we are happy to do it, but let us observe some caution and choose our platforms properly. It's a great place. It's a fantastic platform, but we need to be cautious. Thank you so much. And I'm going